I'm here with Prathamesh Mokal, the man with many achievements. Prathamesh, can you tell us some of the suggestions that you have for parents in order to develop their children in a proper manner in chess?
Well, okay, just about I was hearing my father speak about the development, and I was reminded of a few things. So I can mention a couple of things that I remember while growing up, how they developed in me as a child, and maybe that can be a bit useful because this of course personality psychology, it is a very complex thing and a lot of factors are involved. So I'll just try to mention a couple of them which might be useful. Growing up, I think we had a very humble background, so I could see that my parents are working very hard and we didn't have an easy life, and which needed, of course, of course needs a lot of hard work, a lot of effort on behalf of my mother, my father, everyone. And I think somewhere not having an easy life inculcated a habit of working hard for everything, and that also was seen somewhat in my game in chess, where we need a lot of effort to work hard to develop our game, to study and so on. I think that was one important thing. The second thing that my father just mentioned a few minutes ago was that he used to be upset when I used to look around. In the initial stage, very initial stage when I was a kid, I may have sometimes looked around while playing and not given my best, and he was upset. So one thing I realized, that he was not upset whether about I was winning or losing. It was about giving 100%. And when I understood that, I was more about giving my best, fully concentrating throughout playing, whether it is a long game, whether I'm in time pressure, whatever. So I think that quality also remained with me forever. Like, giving my best was more important, whether winning or losing or not. And another thing that helped was nowadays you see that when kids lose, there are some parents and coaches who are very angry, very upset on them, and keep stressing like, what are you doing? How couldn't you remember this? How can you lose? How are you making these mistakes again? Then stuff like that. For me, I think the positive attitude was that my parents were, again, as I said, not worried about winning or losing. So if I lost, they just said, okay, fine, it was a bad day, you come back tomorrow, fight hard tomorrow, you're working hard, you're giving your best, we know, so we'll come back tomorrow and win again. So what I used to do was just analyze my game and just to understand where my mistake was, and next game I would fight hard, fight back, and that kind of mental stability, mental toughness developed. And I think it is very important that parents or coaches don't stress the students, the kids, and they remain positive, they are able to fight back. Also, the fighting quality, one important fighting quality is what I see developed in me was that I was never really afraid of playing a higher rated player or top seed. And I see many players and kids who come up with the attitude that, okay, if you're playing against a top seed, you're likely to lose, or okay, let's play a good game, let's try something, and maybe we'll try for a draw. But as a kid, I don't know, over a period of time things may have changed a little bit when I understood chess more, but as a kid, against the top seed I used to play for a win, no matter where I was seeded. And that was a very important quality. I don't know really how it developed in me from my parents, through my parents, because there are some qualities which develop through life, and I don't know how it was developed, but that was the case. And I think that is a very positive thing to have, even if you're not playing for a win every time now, whether you're playing 2600, 2700, it is good to have a positive attitude and not like, okay, let's just try. It was like, okay, I'm going to fight, I'm going to try my best, and maybe I'll win as well.